If you're here, it's probably because you've hit a wall. You're putting in the effort, showing up to class, and genuinely working really hard, but you're just not seeing progress in line with your efforts. You have a list of things that's holding you back, but you feel like you're spinning in circles with actually trying to fix them. And most of all, you're left feeling frustrated while your friends and peers seem to be advancing while you're left feeling stuck. If any or all of that related to you, then just give me a couple of minutes of your time today and I will show you how to break past these problems. If you're able to apply what I will teach you in this video, you will be sending messages to your friends like, oh my god, I just hit my first set of toaster bar, or look, I just got my first muscle up. And how do I know this? Because these are the messages I am receiving every single day in the masses. If you're new here, my name is Coach Briscoe, and when I started my own journey in the hybrid and CrossFit space, I absolutely sucked. Let me paint a picture for you. It was the middle of English lockdown. We were in a garage gym with homemade equipment, freezing outside temperatures, no outdoor space, and definitely no coaches to help me out. But this is the time I decided to enter my first CrossFit Open. For the first year, I was muddling my way through YouTube tutorials, Instagram reels, and advice from my friends as I attempted to teach myself how to Olympic lift and juggle the many modalities within hybrid training. Before the gyms had even opened again, I'd probably made every single beginner's mistake back to back and 3 times over, but in all fairness to myself, I'd come out the other side half decent. Finally, when training in a real gym became an option, and trust me, this was a very exciting day, I finally got started with some proper coaching and programming, and who knew, I actually started to make some real momentum. I became obsessed with the journey and invested all my efforts into getting stronger, getting fitter, learning to swim, starting to run, trying to hit PBs, turning up to masterclasses. I totally fell into the trap that more was better, and that constantly hurting and pushing my boundaries was better. And although I had reached a pretty decent level, I was absolutely fucked. I was hobbling on walks with my friends because my body was so trashed, but most of all, I was starting to lose the love for training altogether. It took me a long time to realize that the mentality of more, harder, harder, and pushing yourself to the brink in every single session was actually ruining me. I got seriously burnt out from it all and was actually forced to take a step back. However, it was this time that the compete method really flourished, because for the first time I truly understood the balance needed for aspiring scaled and intermediate athletes to flourish. Most people watching this have a ton of responsibility outside of the gym. Whether you're a parent studying for higher education, chasing your career, own a business, have a booming social circle, or like me, you're an enthusiastic dog mom, there's a lot going on. Goals are important to you, which is why you're here. But ultimately, you're not a full-time athlete and you don't need to experience the pressures of being one. The compete method is cleverly crafted to allow busy and ambitious individuals achieve their goals, but on their terms. Which leads me into the athlete blueprint. The athlete blueprint is your program. It's the bread and butter of what you will receive as an athlete on the compete method. And to get the best results, your program needs to be specific to you as an individual. I found that most athletes who start on this program are stuck for 3 big reasons. Number 1, your current training is not actually targeted towards your goals. Class-based structures and generic programs like Proven and Hard Work Pays Off are written for the masses, not for the individual, which means you'll be consistently missing crucial content that you should be practicing on a week-to-week basis. Number 2, they're constantly scaling their workouts instead of working on foundation building, drills, and appropriate progressions that meet their current ability level. If all you ever do is change the movement, you will never learn how to do it. And number 3, not enough individual care and attention. Practice makes permanent. Only good practice makes perfect. Unfortunately, it's impossible for a coach to give individual care and attention in a class-based structure, and those who are lucky enough to receive PTs only get this hands-on care during the isolated time each week. To combat this, here is what we will cover in your consultation progress to make up your athlete blueprint. Your strengths and weaknesses, your goals, your timelines, your ability level, and any limitations you might have from niggles or injuries. Everyone's lives are totally different and your training should reflect this. Once your consultation process is complete, it's time for you to hand the responsibility over to me to make these hard decisions for you so that you can stop second guessing all of your decisions around your training. My role is to make sure that this program suits your individual needs to a T, but doesn't take over your entire life. There's no unnecessary volume or fluff, just a really clear and specific pathway for you to follow. But without my support, having a program is like driving a sat nav. Yes, you'll make it to your end goal, but you probably won't have any idea how you got there. So now let me tell you how I'm going to coach you through every step of the way with my support stack. Personally, I hate being aimlessly told what to do and would much rather know the reasons behind something within my training, which is why during your setup, I'm going to shoot a presentation for you that will explain exactly how your program is constructed and why I've come to the decisions I have to make your program suit you and your individual goals. And from here, it doesn't stop. You're going to have direct and unlimited access to me on WhatsApp. I highly encourage you to use this and send me videos of your training, because here I can break down your form, analyze what you're doing, and explain to you where your sticking points are. It's normal for me to send picture reviews, voice notes, videos, whatever I need to do as a coach to make sure that you fully understand what you're doing wrong as an athlete, and then I will work with you to overcome these barriers. What's more, at the end of every program cycle, we will do a program review. We'll analyze what we did in the previous cycle and then reset goals moving forwards in the next cycle. This means that no stone will ever get left unturned within your training. You are not just another athlete on my spreadsheet, you are someone I am personally invested in. And when it comes to that investment that I'm willing to make in you, it does not just stop with your training. So let me tell you about the 360 athlete approach. Whilst most coaches will focus on the 1 hour of training each day, I will coach you through the other 23. Recovery, nutrition, mindset, injuries, habits. We will create simple systems outside of the gym so that you can see consistent progress within your training without burning out or falling off the wagon. And if you haven't got this already, I am here for you. The Compete method, it's honest, it's personal, and it's built on trust. I'll push you when you need it, but also I'll tell you when you need to pull back, because I've experienced firsthand the more approach, and I can tell you for free it's a short-lived fantasy. Instead, you'll have structure, support, and strategy for the first time maybe ever. The bottom line, if you're serious about getting better, and whether that's your first strict pull-ups, set of toes to bar, dropping under a snatch confidently, or simply walking into a gym and not second-guessing yourself, the Compete method will get you there. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start progressing, send me a DM and let's get you moving. If you want it to be, this is your time.